Welcome back.
Can I go up? Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
You just gotta hold the ZR button to keep yourself stopped.
Okay.
So we're back after that ordeal.
I'm just climbing up this.
Huh?
I assume I'm just climbing up this, and I don't need to get on those platforms down there.
No, you keep climbing. It'll actually put you on a platform that it's been hanging from, which doesn't make much sense because I think it's tied to one of the beams up there. So it's like, how was the puppet Ganon even being controlled at any point? And also, welcome back, my demon orgasm throat.
Oh, there.
Yep.
Okay. What? I mean, I guess that kind of looks like a puppeteer thing, but
It's literally just a chandelier, though.
yeah.
So yeah, follow Link's lead. He's helping you out.
There. I don't think that's the hook shot, right?
No, it is not. That is a grappling hook. Don't fall off, though.
Yeah.
Don't fall off.
I'm trying not to.
I think you can just jump it. There you go.
I have zero faith in any jumps within the Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that you can't just jump. But that would also kind of like, I don't know. I feel like jumping in Zelda would be weird. But I don't think they would put it in the new game that's coming out on Wii U. Whatever it may be.
Yeah, do they have a title?
Not that I know of. All they keep saying is that it's going to be big and open world. More open world than previous Zelda games. They're kind of like, to me, it kind of blended Skyrim with Zelda, which I think
going to be that much of an open world.
Well, they're saying it's going to be similar to, well, from what I can gather. There you go. You might get a fairy from one of these.
That'd be nice.
You'll definitely get hearts, and you'll need the magic. There you go. Well, that was pretty good. From what I can gather, it'll be similar to Link Between Worlds, where you can go to the different dungeons in any order you want. And the way that he said it was like big open world, like even though Link Between Worlds does that, there's still like a limitation to where you can travel. Mm-hmm. You still have to like solve puzzles to get across the map. The way that I guess it's Miyamoto was showing it off. There's another pot over there if you want to try that.
It's just like one random pot over there.
That's weird. Maybe it's special.
That's what I was thinking too. Maybe it's a fairy.
From what I can tell, it looks like they're trying to make it like you can go anywhere you want and explore and find secret hidden caves, and that sounds like Skyrim. Yeah! Alright, quick.
I need to, no, don't.
Oh! Should have paused it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well. Well, you got some health back for it instead.
I got 3 hearts.
Alright, well, make your way back over to the center.
I didn't think it was actually a fairy. I thought that was too good to be true. Oh, well. So I haven't actually played Skyward Sword. And that's the newest, like...
It's currently the newest.
Big boy Link, right?
Oh, that's where that pot goes.
Oh.
It just lets you climb up. Oh,
Dang,
my God.
That's some
wait.
bull.
Alright, swipe at it real quick. Step. Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Just take the butt bugs with you.
Die. Give me some...
Hey, arrows.
Okay, what's that? Oh, and there's a thingy. Okay, so that's gonna be the hook shot.
You already have it out.
I do, don't I?
You do.
I need something that's not a jar.
That's not an empty jar filling you with regret.
Okay. Shouldn't go to that one.
No.
Let's go to this one. Hook shot. And boop. Guy.
So.
Alright.
I think we are close to... Yep, here we are at the very top of Ganon's Tower and at the very final battle. His country was in a desert.
I got that.
I like how he's like, what the fuck's a desert? What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, man.
That's a good thought, though. Like, what?
Yeah.
Do they learn those words? Or maybe he thinks he's like, is he mispronouncing dessert? Is it? Is this a giant cake?
Is he from Candyland? Death. Oh man. Poor Zelda too. coveted that wind. I suppose.
Haha, because this is Wind Waker, it has to do with wind. And Link's like, seriously though, what the fuck is a desert?
Oh, power, wisdom, and courage. That sounds familiar.
What?
I think that has to do with triangles.
The Triforks?
The Triforks.
The Triumph Forks, that's what it was.
Triumph Forks.
Already the crest of wisdom is mine. All that remains. Courage. It was a very awkward silence. I bet Link still has that stupid look on his face. And they're just like, there you go. He's like, you gonna fight? You wanna go, bro? Ooh, the fake out. Oh,
Ooh, that was close.
2 inches to the left.
Holy cow.
Please. Man, Ganon, you almost... I wonder, if you kill her, does the person who killed her get the Triforce?
He'd probably be reincarnated.
Well, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Usually it never moves from person to person unless you capture them, which seems to be the only way to move it. Or bringing them into the same location gives you the power to access it. Because in every other... So now he's got all 3, because he's dominated you. In the other games, when it splits for the first time, it goes to the people who most represent it, but I've never seen it actually move from person to person. At least in the games that I've played.
Yeah.
And I haven't played every Zelda. So now he's actually gonna... This is one of the few times you actually see the Triforce in full. Like, not just in like a cutscene or like a flashback or whatever. And it's pretty big.
Holy cow, that is big.
It's like 5 feet tall. Well, 5 feet.
Now, why does he have one of them?
Because he represents power and because he tried to touch it first. So remember, in this game, you collected the pieces of the Triforce of Courage. They were broken up by the previous. Ooh. He was like about to get his wish granted by touching the Triforce. Get wrecked by the King of Hyrule.
He just shows up?
Yeah, he just shows up. And then wishes. He takes away Ganondorf's only wish. Ganondorf brought the pieces together, but you have to touch it to get the wish.
So it's like...
Because of that little rule, that bullshit happens. But I think it's hilarious because he's like, I did it! And then you're like, nope.
Nope.
But yeah.
Murder that king.
Well, it's funny because, like, he wishes for hope for the future, for the people of the Hyrule, or the Great Ocean or whatever. So it's really funny how they decide to fulfill that wish by opening the seal on Hyrule and completely submerging it forever.
I don't think that's what he asked for.
He asked, well, by destroying the old Hyrule, there was no chance of it being used for evil. At least the water woke him up. Now Ganondorf has lost his mind. He's like...
That's very Dragon Ball, where like they gather the Dragon Balls and then someone in the background yells, "I wish for some silk panties!" And then he's got some panties on his face.
Yeah.
Who was the pig? What was his name? Oolong?
Oolong, yeah. Or in the new movie.
That's hilarious.
In the new movie where they wish for 1,000,000 zenny, which turns out to be just like a handful of cash.
It's not much.
Yeah. Well, they kind of base it off of like yen.
Yeah.
Where it's like 1,000,000 of them is really not that much.
I overslept.
Yeah, she overslept.
Oh my gosh.
And she's winking at you. She's like, we'll do it after this. We'll bang, okay?
We'll bang, okay.
So I love the part where Ganon, do you see the little smiley face in the back of his robe?
Oh my gosh.
It's real creepy looking.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scarecrow.
When he does that maniacal laughter, it kind of reminds me of the scene where Jafar almost loses his shit
Oh my gosh.
In
Jafar,
Aladdin.
Jafar does lose it. He's
What part is that? Where he like figures? Is that when he figures out that the genie was with Aladdin? Is that? It's somewhere in the middle of the movie. Where he? Oh, it's where he like and he plans to take it away from him.
Zelda.
Use this bow to. Yeah, she took your bow. And the light arrows. Yeah. They did the same thing in Twilight Princess.
I don't remember. I played Twilight Princess when I was like a sophomore in high school.
In Twilight Princess, you
Oh, what? No, lock onto him.
get him.
Oh.
Too late.
Oh, okay. I didn't. You gotta give me a better plan than that, Zelda.
So in Twilight Princess, you do like the horseback ride,
Oh,
and
you juked it.
he's juking. So you do like the horseback ride, and you do something else. But then there's the fight where she gets the light arrows, and then she shoots Ganondorf. Well, there you go. While you fight him. Don't try to fight him without it.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to jump backwards, and he's. Oh god. Oh no!
Don't do the jump attack, it's slow. It does do twice the damage, but you'll have that like moment after where you're vulnerable. There you go. Yeah, the locking on actually kind of helps, or not locking on kind of helps.
It does help.
Wow, he really does not give you a chance to get away when he starts swiping.
No, and I'm kind of bummed I didn't get those 2 extra fairies.
Now he's like, fuck you, bitch.
Throw me the bow! Oh. Why didn't you just, like, slice her?
So
Just kill her?
maybe there is something to the fact that he can't, like, hit people. Or he can't kill people who hold the Triforce. Maybe there is something about losing it. You just have to have the 3 people with the Triforce in the same location to bring the power together. Also, people, this is probably the last episode of Wind Waker.
Probably.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize you could block his shots.
Oh, can't block the kicks, though.
Mostly. It's okay, she'll wake up eventually.
I was gonna say, I'm out of ideas. If you could, like, give me them
You
back,
just
that'd
walk
be cool.
right through her.
Just quit being a wuss.
Excuse me.
It's just a backhand to the face.
Hold on, Ganon's calling.
That demonic orgasm.
It really hurts.
Come on.
It really, I think I got it from my sister. She was getting pretty sick after the TCU game. She lost her voice completely. It was really funny.
From yelling? Or?
Yeah, so I went to the Alamo Bowl, TCU versus Oregon. And my sister is a TCU student and her boyfriend plays for TCU team. So it was really funny because
cool.
she lost her voice after the game. And so during the drive back from San Antonio, she literally was just squeaking. Like she could not get like real words out. And I became her translator because I surprisingly could understand what she was saying when I normally have the worst hearing in the world when it comes to understanding what people are saying. And my mom couldn't understand her, so I was like her translator. It was really funny. You just like, wake up, sleepyhead.
Yeah, this is some bull. What?
Yeah, what is going on?
I don't know, but I can't attack him.
You
with
should try.
stuff.
We'll try it. Are you getting any prompts to like?
No,
Okay.
like hints.
Kitty, what are you doing?
Kitty, oh my, he's tripping balls is what he's doing.
Tripping balls.
Pupils are big again.
He's doing weird things.
He is.
He's a weird cat.
Such a weird cat. Okay, I've got a hammer, I've got boots, I've got a leaf, I've got bombs, I've got a hook.
You're not getting like so pull your sword out for one. So you're not getting any A prompt like the dodge prompts from.
Oh, a little bit, but
You should try. Oof.
yeah, see, that just killed me.
Oh, get out of the
Cool.
way. I'm trying to remember what you have to do. Because she's supposed to wake up and help you again. You don't have arrows at all?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I had an A thing.
Yeah, just keep dodging. Don't get too close though. And just see what you can do. Oh, that was it.
That was it, and I hit it too early. I have to be closer when he does that jump thing. Oh.
Oof. You're like right. You're right in the way. Oh, that probably could have been a time to hit him. I think you can like jump on his swords or something. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, come on! Why didn't you do it? Come on, Ganon, you're wasting our time. We got shit to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to read Game of Thrones right now.
It's true.
What? This is... Come on.
Oh, you got him! You got him! You got him!
There we go! Ah! I don't know what move he did that... Do you remember the move?
No.
It wasn't that one.
Oh, kick.
I think it was the kick.
Well, there's something he does after a larger move. Just pay attention, try not to get hit. That's, I mean, can't ask much more of that. I really like this music too.
Pretty good music.
With the release of Skyward Sword, nice. There you go.
The kick.
With the release, hey, she woke up.
Finally, sweet Jesus! Thanks for joining us.
So when they released Skyward Sword, they released it.
Don't do it when you're right in front of him.
When they released a special version for the 25th anniversary of Zelda. Ooh, he's dodging.
Oh, good lord, he's really dodging.
Yeah. There's another stage of this battle that's coming up soon. I'm making you hiccup. It's contagious.
I think you are. I think I did just hiccup.
You did.
I didn't have caffeine or anything. Ooh. Come on!
Just be ready to do the A thing again.
Come on, kick. Oh, nope. That thing.
Woo.
Good.
So they released a special edition disc. You have to distract him. Alright, so here's the thing. Keep yourself targeted on him, like you were before.
Yeah.
And just keep your shield up. And then stay still when she fires. And then it'll work.
Oh, sure, yeah. Walk right there.
She just
good
walks in front
strat.
of him, and it's like, no, take your time.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta stand still when she fires. You'll see her like start
glowing.
Yeah, because she's pulling it out. Now stop. Boom!
There
now
we
hit
go.
him. Nice!
Oh!
I think you did it. I think you also just blew the mic up.
Oh my.
This is more epic than the ending of Ocarina of Time. Where you... Oh, you haven't finished Ocarina of Time, I remember now.
I beat the boss battle one time.
Oh, okay. Well, you you slash and then do it right in his face. This is cooler. Because you fucking climb up him and do it. And then for some reason he turns to stone.
Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, apparently.
England and stuff. He's like, oh man, no, I can't get my sword back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after this, the Master Sword is lost. Like, this timeline, the Master Sword gets fucked.
Thanks for your help, King.
I mean, he did come in and save the day when you were both unconscious.
You drowned Hyrule.
And well, he didn't specifically ask for it. It was the unintended consequences of his
Very
wish.
true. That's what you get for.
But I think that's what he kind
Genies
of.
are tricky.
I think it's kind of what he intended, though. He was kind of like, I'm done. I'm way past my prime, because he's literally like hundreds of years old.
Oh, darkness and stuff. I get it. Why is this the only spot that's not being drowned?
Probably because the gods are listening, or maybe it has to do with the wish itself. It's like, hey, get out of here. There's some magic to it, I bet.
Well, wait. You could come with us.
We have a ship.
Find
And
it.
he's like, I was that ship.
The land that will be the next Hyrule. You're like, no, that was me. You idiot. Were you not paying attention?
And so ends the good part of this
That
timeline.
land will not be Hyrule.
Yeah, this
It will
is
be your land. What?
like that song, This Land is Your Land. This land is my
This
land.
my land.
Yeah.
California to the New York Islands.
Yeah. He's got a little bubble buddy. He's Bubble Buddy.
Bubble Buddy!
So
I don't get it.
you don't get. What do you mean you don't get it?
What?
He's like, my boat. What the fuck's gonna happen to my boat?
Your boat just gave up on you, dude. When
It's
the
okay.
world flooded, your boat
Well,
left
see,
and
here's
sank.
the thing about his boat. His boat is now just a boat. It's just not a talking boat.
That's still a boat on a flooded planet.
It's still useful,
Yeah, he still has no boat.
and it's like a magical boat because it can still pull out like claws.
Yeah,
and
those are pretty
and
cool.
Shit.
Those are pretty nifty.
So that's pretty much the end of this game, if I remember.
The world floods?
Well, it's already flooded. It's just that Hyrule,
Well,
like,
it's even more flooded.
so imagine it's like Atlantis. Like Atlantis is in a bubble under the sea, and he just destroyed that bubble, so it just floods Hyrule. So then it's just on the surface, everything's the same. In fact, it's
Oh.
actually better because all the monsters are gone.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, the world was already flooded.
I thought he flooded it more and all the islands were gone.
It's just pure. It's water world.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought it was just like this massive ocean with no more islands.
No, it's
So we were in that.
you were down.
bubble
In, yeah, it's
I
been a
forgot
while.
about
I
that.
understand.
Yeah,
but
I
we
forgot
were.
that we were actually underwater.
Yeah, we were in old Hyrule.
That's right.
So now you're back in the Great Sea.
Oh, hey, it's the
It's your
the
sister.
whole thing was to save her.
I mean, you did that like
God.
halfway through.
And
That was like the halfway point when you beat.
why is Zelda just a pirate now? How did she change clothes by floating to the surface?
I don't know, magic.
Yeah. Are they gonna bang now? Is that
Yeah,
what-
they're gonna
what are we
bang now.
watch?
I assume they do because
bang, okay.
the next, not the next game, but the game after that is about like their descendants.
Oh man. Yeah, I assume Zelda and Link totally get together at the end of every
I think
game.
this game and
Look at
Skyward.
all the people I saved.
This is probably the second most Zelda Link shipping situation. Skyward Sword is definitely the biggest one. Skyward Sword basically tells you that they're gonna bone, like that they are love interests from day one. Like the first scenes are like,
Well, they did the same in Ocarina of Time.
no, it was way more than that. Like it wasn't we were fated to meet and save the world. It's we've been best friends since childhood, and you're definitely the only guy I'm attracted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we beat
Twilight
it.
Princess really had none of that.
Well, yeah, because you know you're a wolf when you meet Zelda,
Yeah.
and she's like, I'm not really into bestiality. Plus, she's like way more mature.
I don't know,
than you.
dude. I've been on the internet and
Like-
sometimes she is. Sometimes she's just into that.
Like-
I've seen that.
Like this game is like you're just a normal kid from an island, and she's just a pirate. There's no real like disparity of like. You're both pretty hardy in general. Twilight Princess is like you're literally just a ranch hand, and she's the queen.
Yeah.
And then Skyward Sword is your best friends, and you're like about to become a knight, and she's the daughter of the leader of the group that you're in.
Okay.
So
I really
like-
want to play that one.
No,
That's-
people say it's bad. I think it was pretty good. It tried a little too hard to go with Wii Motion Plus stuff.
Oh.
I think it did good with the swordplay though.
I really like Twilight Princess.
It's better.
with
I'd
the
say its
swordplay.
swordplay is better than Twilight Princess because Twilight Princess, all you do is just swing it once, and it swings it the same way every time.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as hitting a B button.
Well, I think you had a stab too, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but that's like the difference between locking
B
and
and
hitting
forward
B and then forward B and not locking and
Yeah.
B. That's like Skyward Sword is 1-to-1, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you can like a lot of boss fights and some enemies that are like you have to fight them using specific sword strikes.
Huh.
which I thought was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
So you did it,
I did. I beat Wind Waker.
and it only took us like
Oh my-
6 months.
That was a long time. We started this probably we were at the old place. Well, you
It
were
was like
living with
it was
me.
like no, we started it in my bedroom when I was living in the old place. So we started it like April, May, yeah.
And now it's January of the following
Hey,
year.
we made good time over the summer for the times that you were here. You
True.
know, we made great
True.
time then. It was just like
Busy semester.
yeah, it was a very busy semester.
And I have another busy semester.
Um,
Not looking forward to that.
That's okay. You'll have a degree.
I will. By the end of the semester, I will have a piece of paper saying I can do things.
That's very true. I have one of those, and soon I'll have two.
I also have to get certified so I can do more things.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Um,
I'm excited for that. I get to certify in physics and I'll certify in biology and anatomy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I actually saw when I was at home recently.
I'm going to be a teacher.
I noticed that my dad, who has a master's in electrical engineering as well as a doctorate in pediatrics,
Yeah.
he has like my parents have like their degrees and awards hung on the wall. So
Uh-huh.
they have a couple patents and they have some other stuff.
Parents own patents.
Yeah, they're partial owners, so like a patent each.
Oh.
My dad's is about a specific type of circuit, I believe, and my mom's, since she was a programmer, is about a way to share files between several programmers so that you can all edit it at once. It was like an early version of stuff like that. I haven't looked into it recently. My mom tried to explain it to me when I was in high school. I didn't understand it.
Anyway.
So I was
Cool.
I noticed that my dad has a engineering certification from like the city of Austin, which is like something that if you're kind of an engineer and you need to do something that requires an engineering certification, it's a test you take that basically says, hey, you know engineering things.
Yeah.
Jay did it, even though Jay Cooper. He was my roommate sophomore year. You met him, I think, when we did D&D. He was the one, I believe, that was Skyping in.
Oh, that's right. I met you your junior year. I was
Yeah.
thinking my sophomore year. Yeah, I think I met him. We were over at Tyler's.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, so after this game is Phantom Hourglass, which is you're the same Link that you were in this game, same guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you are out searching for a new Hyrule, but you kind of get separated because you're in your old boat and Tetra is in her big boat, and I guess you get separated by a storm or something. And then you find this place, and
Loose.
it's like the temple of the sea god or something, and you are supposed to like you keep it, the dumb part about it, I don't even remember playing it all that much, but I did play through it.
Oh.
And the dumb part about it is you keep going to the same, you like go and do stuff other places, and then you come back and you do like this part of the tower of the, or the dungeon of the sea god or whatever, and you do the part you did before and then the next iteration, and then every time you come back you have to keep doing all the previous stuff and then do the next level. It was dumb.
I think
hated
this
it.
is the lead into exactly what you just said.
Yep.
I'm in my boat. She's in her boat. We're off boating together.
Yeah, Grandma's still alive for some reason. She should have died a long time ago.
No, that juice or potion or soup.
That's
is
probably
soup.
making her immortal.
Oh, that soup was a lifesaver. Literally.
And you get the cool pirate, or I guess it's the like voyage music.
The Tunnel State.
That bird just clipped right through the boat.
It definitely did, yeah. As for our destination, that's not how that works.
Well, it's not the wind will guide us. It's Link will guide the wind.
Well, even then,
You can literally
you've got
choose where to
food
go.
stores that you need to worry about. You can't
Yeah,
just
definitely.
go where the wind takes you.
And her only other family besides Grandma left her. Her only even close to
I never got that.
I like how you're still wearing the hero's mask.
I am still wearing a skull mask. I never got along with my sister all that well when we were kids anyway, so She's probably like, oh, I'll miss you. Oh, wait, I don't know.
She'll start growing up and realize that you were a shithead and left her alone.
Yeah.
She's
She's not gonna miss me now because we never get along, and then she's gonna hate me for it later on.
the game will save and make a file for a second quest.
What?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like Quest Plus. Basically,
Did I save this one?
yeah. It'll overwrite your save, so you can either make a new one or just do that.
Okay.
It's not like you're going to come back and replay that part.
That's
though.
true.
So it starts a new game, and the difference is, I remember two things about. We'll sit here and talk for a second, but the things I remember about New Game Plus, the only two distinct things I remember is that the hero's clothes are invisible in this game. So when she tells you to put the hero's clothes on, you're still in your lobster shirt the entire game.
Why?
Because it's like an alternate outfit, I guess. I don't know. It's really dumb. And then the second is that you can understand Hylian when it types out Hylian.
Oh.
So you can hear what Jabu Jabu and what Valu say when they.
I'm
speak
really only interested
to
in what that fish is telling me every time I feed him bait. But what was it that he called me?
Small fry.
Small fry.
Not that fish though.
No, but he spoke English, and that was. But I just loved going around getting the map bits from
And it's
him.
not even the same fish. They're different fish.
Says you. That's like saying, oh, it's a different joy every time you go to a Pokemon Center.
That's true.
I call bull.
Wow, I
That's
didn't
the
realize that.
same joy.
Wow, that's. I mean, it kind of. I don't know.
I feel like
That's such a strange way to write canon for a TV show or anime or whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, even for I'm sure it was in the manga too. It was like you literally. I guess they just got lazy with the anime or when they were doing like the manga first. I guess. Or did
I don't remember.
No, the anime
Joy
came first.
No, the manga was first.
Well, the game was first, technically.
Yes. The game was first. Then you have the manga. Then you have the anime.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe they just got lazy and decided to redraw the same character every time.
They did. I mean, when you look at everything they do with Team Rocket, damn, they're lazy. But anyway, we're rambling on Pokemon for Wind Waker.
So then the game after Phantom Hourglass is Spirit Tracks. And the gist, I've never played it because I heard it was bad, was so Zelda and Link find a new land, like an actual land continent, and they call it New Hyrule.
But Daddy said no.
And then years later, their descendants are Link and Zelda. Zelda being, I guess, she's the queen, and Link is an engineer on the railroad tracks, and there's these like magical railroad tracks that let you go around. Yeah, so there's like there's like these magical railroad tracks that let you travel across the land.
Oh
they were there.
God,
they were there before when they like landed in the area. Like the tracks were already there. And then what happens, from what I understand, is that something happens to like release evil, and spirit tracks start disappearing, and monsters start appearing, and then the evil whatever villain it is traps Zelda in a suit of armor.
In a suit of armor.
Yeah, like Full Metal Alchemist style.
So I don't know why.
And so she helps you.
I don't know why I never thought of this before, but so if we assume that Link and Zelda get together at some point in time in all timelines, then eventually, I assume Link and Zelda are their
They're not
like,
direct
descendants.
I think they're more reincarnations. Skyward Sword will explain that if you ever play it. I won't spoil it for you, but Skyward Sword unifies all timelines basically.
Yeah.
It is
and we have talked about that.
And then,
before.
with the release of Skyward Sword, that's when they released the timeline, like the official timeline, and it's great. Like I like the fact that they tried to tie it together, even though it's retroactive instead of proactive.
Yeah.
It's okay that it's retroactive because at least he tries to explain some of the things and not just says like, whatever, or just like if he were to try to explain one timeline and then you'd be like, well, when does this happen? When does this happen? Like it could all be stupid.
Retroactive is still fine though. They have to do that some.
I mean, I think
parts,
they.
And I just have to forgive it.
I think they did a good.
Sometimes you just goof, and you're just like, man,
yeah,
that really kind of.
Well, I
guess. On this, so
I guess one of the biggest things about it is that back when, like even after several years, when they made Ocarina of Time, they probably just didn't think about how big the lore would be and how this time, 2016 or whatever, the past 10 years has been lore city for everyone. People really get into the universes that they're watching, playing, whatever.
They care a lot more and ask more questions than they ever have.
Yeah, and
which is really interesting.
That's what I love. I mean, that's what I do with Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that's one reason why really want to get through Game of Thrones, because I've already read the first book once.
You just don't remember.
You
want to redo it so you can actually...
Plus, they also give a lot of the stories right off the bat. You get the Children of the Forest story. I'm already getting early Targaryen stories that aren't in the show.
Yeah, it's a lot of one of the big things about the books, and this should be one of the last things we talk about. But one of the things in the books is the internal monologuing of characters that they because it's never really told. It's always told in some kind of first person perspective, but it's still kind of third person because you're not really that person.
Yeah,
you're watching from a distance, but also able to read one person's mind at a time.
And that is a kind of third person. I don't remember what it's called, but there's third person omniscient where you or not omniscient. Third person where you don't know anyone's thoughts, and then there's third person where you know one person's thoughts, and then there's third person where you know everyone's thoughts.
That's omniscient.
That's omniscient.
Yeah, it's where you know everything.
Yeah, and I've always liked the third person, but you still know someone's thoughts.
Yeah.
And that I actually first was introduced to that through Harry Potter. That was the first big series I got into, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I was actually reading Game of Thrones earlier today and realized, and it just occurred to me that this isn't really first person. It's through their point of view, because you're that third person with one person, but
it's also
there is no I.
It's also it's not first person is that person telling you the story.
Yeah.
Third person is you're experiencing it through their perspective.
Yeah.
It's not first person because they're not telling you.
Right. I've always thought that was really weird about first person, because if they're saying I said, it's already past tense. So it's they're telling you the story.
Yeah, and that's first person.
Yeah, and I've never really thought about it that way until just recently when I was in English or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's always telling you a story. Whether or not you want to reimagine this universe as this character telling you the story, or you're reading it from some journal that they wrote or whatever, it's still a story that's being told to you, while as third person, you are experiencing it.
Have you played any of the Dragon Age games?
No.
In the second one, it's really funny because you're it's one of those retroactively telling the story to someone. So you start talking, you start the game, and then something happens that's super crazy, or it's I think it starts out in it starts out in the future, and there's a dwarf being interrogated, and the woman's what happened? And he's alright, so it goes like this, and then it jumps into the actual story, and then a dragon shows up, and she's it jumps back, and she's bullshit.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, so to round this off, Zelda the Wind Waker. HD version specifically. So what did you think? Now that
It was really fun. Especially for me, I always struggle with Zelda games because it's not the controls that I'm used to. There's no jump.
Yeah, it's very unique.
It is very unique, and it's similar through all the ones I've played, like Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker.
They try to keep it consistent ever since they introduced Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's all been very similar controls, and the reason it's always more of a challenge for me is because I suck at that kind of controls.
Yeah.
So it makes it that extra challenge.
And that's what kind of makes this game more of a puzzle platformer than an RPG.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a puzzle platformer.
It is. I wouldn't even really... It's not an RPG because the story isn't really what keeps you going. Like when I was playing
Yeah,
Twilight Princess,
you play Zelda more for the puzzles and the experience.
absolutely.
Than you do for
When I
the
was playing Twilight Princess, I can't tell you what happened. Like, for some reason, there was this. I turned into a wolf for who knows. And Zelda is wearing this dark cloak, and I've got this ghost spirit thing, Midna, around me. Don't remember anything about the story, but I remember loving the gameplay and loving the puzzles and all of that. And that's what you really play Zelda for, is for the puzzles and for the challenge.
Yeah.
Not for the story. It's all the same damn story.
Sorry, I keep trying to interject.
No.
I was like waiting for you to finish, and I was like, basically, what I was gonna say was an interesting thing about RPGs to me is like you can call a game an RPG even if you're only playing as a specific. Like Witcher 3 is an RPG, mostly because it uses RPG elements like character progression and like equipment that you like can get and replace, and like getting better and better. Versus like Skyrim or Oblivion, where there is, I mean, you are a very special character within the world. Like Oblivion, you're like, you happen to be in the cell that, you know, at the beginning is where the king is trying to get out. But
And then
that's
Skyrim, you are like this legendary dragonborn. You really don't give a shit who
But
the dragon
it's more the fact that you're literally anyone you want to be. That's like actual role playing. It's like really close to real D&D. Which is like how like Oblivion and before were almost based on like regular D&D rules. But like there's this difference in RPGs. There's like the pre-made character RPG versus the make your own character RPG. But yeah, this is definitely a puzzle platformer. There's no real character progression. It's definitely puzzle based. Like you get the items specifically to solve more puzzles.
Yeah. Especially just what we were saying earlier, that like you get an item in the dungeon. If you can't figure out the boss, it's probably the item you just got.
Yeah, it's always that. That's just the Zelda rule.
Yeah, it's
And I kind of like.
they go by.
I kind of like the like I watched the Game Grumps play through Link Between Worlds. I don't know if you did.
I don't think I did.
It was really cool to watch. I really want to go and play it because you do get some items, but not really in dungeons. You rent them from a guy. And you like go to a dungeon and you'll figure out you need a specific item to beat that dungeon. Very like right at the beginning, it'll basically be like the first puzzle is like you need this item, and you use that item throughout the rest of it. You can upgrade the items by buying upgrades and such, which is also kind of what Skyward Sword does. Is you can buy upgrades for certain items and make it better. Because like the shield, if you don't use it right, will break. And it's like a crap shield at first, but you can upgrade it to a really good shield, but it still can break if you don't use it right. And the only unbreakable shield is the hero shield, which requires you to go through like what we did, where you go in the headstone and you go down through like 50 levels or whatever.
Alright.
You have to beat that to get like the unbreakable shield. So, as a first-time player, give me a rating on any scale that you would like.
Any scale? Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's numeric.
Numeric. Okay, I was gonna say we're either going numeric or like
it's gotta be quantifiable.
Okay. I'm a fan of the 1 to 10 scale.
Okay. Simple.
Because
like
1 to 100, I mean, let's just drop the extra number and put a decimal point in.
Yeah, or just call it a percent.
Yeah. So I would say 1 out of 10. I would give it.
1 out of 10.
For 1 out of 10, I'd give it a solid 8.5, maybe a weak 9. If I had actually sat through and been able to play through it.
Yeah, if we hadn't taken that break.
Yeah, if we didn't take this massive break. But it was a great game, and we really did just power. There were some nights where we just played for 6-7 hours straight, and it was just a blast.
Yeah, we got lost in it.
Yeah, exactly. And games that you get lost in are
that's the game that
that's
you're looking
for. Yeah, that's where you're looking for like a $1 an hour kind of thing, you know.
$1 1 hour.
But yeah, I would say easily solid 8.5, maybe week 9.
Okay, I'd actually go that exact same route. Now that you mention it, not to like totally steal it, but yeah, 8.5, maybe a 9. I mean, coming back, this is one of my games that I just love replaying over and over. I mean, I literally beat it like probably months before you and I started playing it.
Right.
And because I bought this HD version
That's right.
it was the summer before, so it was like 6 months.
Yeah.
I bought it the summer before because Kevin and I wanted to play. We were like, "You want to play Zelda?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, I started watching him play it on GameCube because I have it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "What the fuck are we doing? Zelda HD's out. Do you want to go split that?" I was like, "Okay." So we go to GameStop that day. We like immediately leave the apartment.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like I just love replaying this game. I need to go back. I totally forgot that I have Twilight Princess.
Really?
Yeah, Brian borrowed it like when we first met and hasn't given it back. And he keeps he reminds me that he has it, and I'm like, because they're coming out with the HD version. He says that as soon as that comes out, he's like, if that comes out and I haven't given it to you back then, I'm giving it to you back then, because then I'll have no excuse not to get that and not play. And not play the game.
I think
version.
I have it over there on the shelf.
Well, like,
Wii.
I wanted to play it with Brandon, and I just couldn't find it.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
But I really do want to go back and play that. I played Skyward Sword twice, I believe. And I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask so many times I can't even count anymore. I beat Majora's Mask right before they announced the 3DS remake, so...
I've still got to beat that Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, you should do that. You have it on 3DS, don't you?
I do, yeah. I actually just recently learned that you can shoot the guards and stun them for a second.
In the Gerudo Castle. Didn't we have this discussion that you went through it as a stealth mission?
Yes, it was at work.
Oh,
I was talking to one of our coworkers, and I didn't know... I was going full stealth, like just dodging them left and right, and I didn't know that you could shoot them and just like stun them and whatever.
Good God.
I'm also the one who went through the water temple without the blue tunic because I didn't know that that was a thing.
Ryan plays Zelda hard mode.
I did, and it was unintentional, but it was not impossible. I was able to get through the entire thing with just the heavy boots.
At least you didn't do 3 hard mode, where you never pick up any heart piece
Oh god,
or heart
no!
container.
I don't know why I would do that. No,
'Cause
all of these were not
by the
intentional.
end
It wasn't
of the
like I was
game-
trying to make it hard for myself. I just didn't know.
And Ryan just had some issues.
I did, and I even tried like talking to everyone in villages, like trying to get as much information as I could, and
Going
those
in
things
blind.
just. I managed to go through without
And
learning that.
to me, that just like not getting the blue tunic was literally like hearing that you didn't, almost like it felt like, to me, when I can't even explain it. When I played it for the first time, at least as far as I remember, it was the most obvious thing for me to get the blue tunic right before going into because they like tell you in text like, hey, a Zora tunic will help you breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And then when you go back to Zora's domain and you see the guy, you get the iron boots, and you've been doing all these puzzles with red ice, and you remember, oh yeah, the king of the Zoras was in red ice. I should bring some blue fire back to him. And he gives you a free one.
I didn't think that far. And that is one thing that Zelda, and all Legend of Zelda games throw me off. Like even every single boss battle, you had to tell me, now remember you got this item in this dungeon.
Yeah.
This is the item you need to
And
use.
that's a criticism.
And
It happens.
That's definitely me playing these games, is that I cannot think hard enough for these. Like I can beat them. I may do it the wrong way, but I can beat them.
Yeah.
I don't think hard enough to solve them the right way.
Yeah.
That's why I stick with like Kingdom Hearts, where it's just like, okay, button mash X to get some, like, hit square every now and then to get a cool combo. You've got some cool abilities, but you know what? These abilities just tack on to the end of your combo, so it doesn't really worry. It doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah, you're not the kind of guy to go into like the back end of it, like Pokemon typings. Like you only look those up on the fly.
Oh yeah, no, I have a Pokemon table, like the types chart ready when I need them.
Or like you might, if you ever play Witcher 3, a lot of it is like you have to figure out what a monster is weak to and use the right oil, and then like try to use the right spell that'll make it weaker. Like dragons are weak to like the telekinetic blast because it'll hit them out of the sky. Like it's a lot of
I don't
thought.
think that's gonna go well.
The whole
when I
point of
play
the game
Witcher
is you're
3.
supposed to plan out your attacks when
Yeah.
you go hunting. So,
Okay. Anyway, that is.
and
Wind
that's
Waker.
Wind Waker HD.
And that is our tangent that we went on for the last like 10-15 minutes.
If Ryan and I ever have time, if Ryan ever has time to play another game in his little free time, we will definitely play another and have more tangents. And that will be
Plenty
good.
of tangents.
I'm telling you, if we have time, I'm losing my voice. If we have if you have more time at some point this semester, we should play Ratchet and Clank. That's my next.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
my
And
next
you're gonna
game.
play that one.
And I will play it.
Yeah,
You
you'll
just
play
have
that
to sit there.
I can probably find time to sit. If anything, I can make jokes as I grade papers.
There you go.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
And you can joke about people's papers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure we can get some good laughs. out
I'm
of that.
sure we could. Holy cow, grading physics papers is gonna be great. Yeah, we have to do that.
We should do that.
We should do that.
Okay.
We should do that. All right.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. This was Wind Waker HD and Replay Games. Signing off, I guess. I couldn't think of a better way
And
to end
that's
it.
the way the cookie crumbles.